Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 139, and we're here, as you can tell, in the Dwarven Mine. Let me show you what I've been up to. So we did this last episode, and I've obviously I've not seen your comments yet, because, you know, I haven't, but I'm happy with it. So let me show you where I went down here. So we carried on down, carried the theme on. We've got a little bit of stuff going on down here. I may stick some more gargoyles in, but I've also added some dwarven runes, give or take. My rough interpretation of some runic alphabet going down there. These sides are all done, a little bit of that going on. Still need to do some more of this grass and everything, greenery down here, but there's some more dwarven runes there. And here at the bottom we will have an exit going. In fact, let me just fix that now. That should probably be enough. So I'm thinking that we will go this way and then seemingly also, what else we got in there? Oh, it's all the same. We only have the one green one there. So we'll head off that way, and we will also head off this way because we can. Why not, after all? However, I'm not planning to do that particular bit of work today, because, you know, we need to do other stuff. But I'm more or less happy with this. We just need to add some green bits and stuff and something going on down here. I don't know exactly what yet. And obviously, you know, little resting area here, and carry on up. We've got these two areas are now fully watered off, so they just need to be sorted. Spawn proof because we've got the lamp in, and I'm happy with that. So there's a couple of things I do want to do, and I'm in two minds, which I think we're going to start and try and make a start on this bit over here. And I'm trying to figure out how best to fit this in. So let's make a quick, have I got any of that? I've got enough stuff to last me a lifetime here, so it's not a problem. We'll go with that. We shall get our chisel and bits bag. We'll swap that out. We'll put that back, and we shall chisel you to the Celtic. So what I'm thinking is that this side here, rather than do too much, I'm just going to take a pillar straight up the side here, just to really bind that in, and we'll do something here and fancy at the top, and we'll repeat that at the other side. These thrones and everything are going to go. They're just not what I want at all, so that is not right. So yeah, but I would like to get this area done here so we can then proceed with this. Now I've decided that we're going to have this passageway is the passageway that is going to join to the outside world. That passageway is going to, the river's going to head down and out, well, down and into something or other, and similarly off of those directions as well. So we'll worry about those later, and we'll worry about this one right now. Oh wow, boing. Yeah, so we'll get a little bit of that stuff going on, and then what I am thinking is, if we've got any pre-made, if we haven't, we want that. We definitely want that. Do I want to do anything with it? Oh, we'll come back to those in a moment. Let's get let's work out how we're going to do this. So I think we can come down like that and bring this all the way up on this wall. Now these walls here need to be turned into brick, this needs to be turned into brick, and all of this brickwork needs to be mixed up the same way we've done that, and that's probably the last thing I'll do because it's going to be very tedious, but we'll live. Duh, duh, duh. And duh, 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 duh. Now, ow. It's not good. That is the stuff, isn't it? In you go. We're doing rounded, and we're doing that one. Oh wow, a whole 8. Cool. Need more than that. What did I just throw away there? I swear I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Yeah, so we want more of that, and then we want that to be more of that. Well, what I'm thinking is that we have an obvious opportunity here to bring some more of this in. That will work to there, and similarly on this side. So we just need to make this end more impressive. I think there's going to be more fire. There's going to be, more moving flame and the likes, and just generally make it much more dynamic. Is dynamic a good word? I don't know. It may be. We'll bring you to there. We'll get that. That's fine. I think that one actually needs to come out. And we shall just take a small amount of that and turn it into, can't see it for wood and trees, can't see the wood for the trees. So that would be that. If we repeat that here and here, and then we'd have these going up. Like so, and I know these are kind of stacking at slightly different angles. They're going, sometimes the dark stripe is to the top and bottom. I'm not worrying too much about that. To me, it is just it adds a certain something or other, a certain je ne sais quoi, even. Okay, let's have a look. What's that starting to look like? Well, it adds more. It definitely adds more detail. Now we could, if we wanted, bring this all the way around and put the Celtic in as an edge. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't look very good, and we have to take it out. We also need to chisel some more up, but that is not a major issue. Yeah. Grab some of that, do some of that, there we go. Still not sure what to do about these thrones. I am torn. I am a torn individual on these. But yeah, that kind of binds stuff in a little bit. Now it occurs to me that we could also take some of that and do, how many do I think I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I think 10. 10 would seem to be the number. So take 2 of those, pop those in, make 10 of those, and we'll take these out and just see. Again, it just makes it look fancier, because obviously curves you don't normally have in Minecraft, so making it look fancy and regal is not a bad objective, I don't think. So I don't mind the look of that. Right, now we did get a whole bunch of this rune stone. And do I want to, I think this bit down here actually should just be, where is it? What did we use? The same again, then the indent, I think that is. Dent, let's go with that. So this will come down and be, because this is kind of not the focus of the tension, so it's important when you're building to try and figure out where you want people's eyes to be drawn to, and put that in. And it's part of that is there's almost the when we're doing the mixing up the blocks and putting deliberate flawed blocks in, like bits of gravel here or whatever it may be, that is the same trick. You are drawing the eye to where you want it. Now, if anybody who has ever done any wallpapering will know this particular trick. If you've ever done wallpapering and you've done your papering, it's all lovely and everything's amazing and stunning and gorgeous, and you're really happy with it all, and you know it's great because you've got this. I need some of that. Now, if you've done wallpapering, you know what it's like when you know that there is a bubble in your wallpapering. 1, 2, 3. Let's try here. Maybe go down. I think one. No, not one more there. So that is 2 over from there. So 1, 2, and then there, like so. And I think we can manage a small one there, small one there, and a small one there. Maybe no, let's not get too carried away. So it occurred to me that this structure here would look better if it looked like it was supported a bit, because obviously it's kind of just standing out there. Yeah, if you've ever done any wallpapering of any kind, you know what it is. You'll see a bubble in the wallpapering. And I know wallpapering is a very 70s and 80s style of decorating these days, but there you go, showing my age. And yeah, it's interesting because you will end up with this bubble, and you know there is a bubble there. You absolutely know there's a bubble there, and no one's going to tell you different about this bubble. You know there's one there. Right, damn it. Where did I put that bloody hammer? Not in there. Stack of stuff. Have I got? I could have sworn I used to have a thing where I would have kept that hammer. Where would I put it? Hang on, no. What we got? Tools and items. Let's try that. Huh. No. Okay. Is it in the chest? It is. Yay, go me. Yeah, it is very, I mean, wallpapering is a very 80s thing. And some of the wallpapers were absolutely vile. Come on, almost there. Oh, come on. Ah. Oh, this is annoying. Nope. Ah. Doing this is somewhat annoying. There we go. That's what we wanted. Followed by a little bit, of throwing stuff away. Or did I just chalk those? Yeah, and then that will just come up like that. And presumably we're going to have the same fun and games here. Yes. Actually, that why? There we go. Right, so we just need to get the corner bits, and that will. Actually, no, we don't. Ah, yeah, there's that and that. That and that. That's right. And then that goes there, and then you have your corner bits in there. Alright, well, I've just got to go through that process again. You get there eventually. It's once you've done it once and you remember the number of steps. But that gives you that. We just need, as I say, those four quarters. So yeah, anyway, on the subject of wallpapering, you know those bubbles are there, and they really do draw your eye. It is one of the worst things you will ever experience whenever you do DIY is just knowing that there's something wrong, and people coming in and they're complimenting you on your work, and you're kind of almost looking at them, daring them to say something, because you know there's a flaw, and in your own eye you know that they know, but they don't. And it's a bizarre, it is a really bizarre setup. Right, I think this back area around here I want to replace out with this stone here. For starters, I'm looking for the colours. So, and this stuff here we can do into, you know, various things, including actually stone brick. Do I want to, let me just try something. If I make you into stone brick, can I get you back from stone brick? I can take you to those, and what can I do in 4 of those? If I use those, can I get, you know, it's a one-way trip, so I've got to make a decision now. I think we will do that. I think we will have those around the edge here. Why not? But they will, I think this will give us a colour, and then, you know, I just want something other than grey, and this kind of gives me a feel for what I want. Let me just get this done. I'm going to work around the back here as well with those other rune stones, and we'll see what we end up with, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I've taken the thrones out, I've got this in. I'm still not 100% certain about it, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm just converting as much of this over to plain brick as we can. And this is obviously a lot quicker than digging it out and replacing it, so. And the chisel is actually relatively cheap as well, because it's only 1 diamond, so yeah, probably the better way of doing it. So this will basically complete that. We then need to complete this bit down here, just basically completely cover it and make it spawn proof. It should be spawn proof anyway because of the magnum torches, but where I'm deliberately making things dark, you know, any spawn proofing we can do is obviously beneficial. So got a little bit of this to do all the way around here. I'm not gonna, yeah, that'll do, and that's probably as far up as this goes onto this. Do I want to do it? Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, these aren't, but I'm in 2 minds about whether to do those or not. But that will kind of come across to there, and then down on this side, and then similarly will come up to there like this. So it should give a contrast for the pillars as well. Anyway, I've got a little bit of this to do, so again I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I'm just back at the storage system. I want to make a few stacks of this, which is basically 3 stacks of that. This is andesite pillar from the Corel pillar mod, and we can use that, 2 of those, to make a thick pillar. So that's what I am actually after. And these basically form nice rounded pillars. Yeah, it's that exciting. We got a bit like that. There we go. So armed with that, I want to put some support pillars under the bridge, and we'll just head on back over there. Now I'm not worried. I've got to the point now where I realise there is very little alive in this world that is going to threaten me. So I am going to look at some additional mob mods. Although even then, I don't think they'll be that threatening, but it'll spice things up a little bit. And I suppose the other thing is I could just go to a slightly less efficient armour. That would be another option, wouldn't it? So we've got all of that done towards the end. This is now all darkened down here, and the river's brought this way. I do need to put the pillar these in. We need to do all the bits and pieces. Now this thing here, so this is where I wanted to start getting a little bit fancy. Oops. So from the point of view of here, what I was wanting to do was something like this. I bet I haven't got any gravel on me, have I just find sometimes when you want to place a block, the best thing I can find for that is to get a vertical stripe is gravel, because obviously, you know, it drops. So we'll end up with some of these. They're a little bit skinny, but they're not, you know, at the end of the day, I suppose. I mean, there are alternatives. If we look at rounded, for example, we have this, so we could go with that, which is actually, we could, hang on, let's ditch the andesite. In fact, no, let's keep with andesite because we've got a fair bit here. And we'll chisel the andesite up as I think the same, because I quite like that style. And the same again. And then if we go, right, this is quarter cylinder, this is, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would go, if we wanted to do it as a 4x4, as a, well, it won't work like that, will it? Because it's obviously, it's, and that's actually, no, that's not what we want. Okay, in fact, that's so much not what we want, that's going in the bin. Now, half cylinder is still 2s, so that's not going to play nicely either. So I think we're into this beastie here, which will be less. Now, obviously, I can't put them in the water because they get the gaps because of water physics, which of course will be fixed with the next version of Minecraft apparently. But that is a much fatter shape, isn't it? Yeah, I like that better. Now we could, and I think I will, just do a bit of this. And then I don't want those. What I want is, let me drop that off. What else have we got that I don't need? Those. I don't really need that. We'll take that and do this, and we'll make, 16 of those should be fine. These place very easily, provided he says these place very easily. No, they did place very easily. All right, hang on, I know what I have done. I think, yeah, that doesn't place that easily. Let me just do 16 of those as archers, and it is that one. That places very easily. If you get the right parts, then this goes fairly smoothly. So you can get this kind of going very neatly underneath, and similarly down in the actual channel. And again, it doesn't have to be this massive, absolutely massive structure. It just has to be something that makes this just not a floating platform. So yeah, if we, oops, interesting, there. And then that would come out like so, and then we rinse and repeat. So there, and there. Probably here as well, because obviously there's a junction here. It's just going to be a little easier, oops, to place those. And I will do something under here as well, I think. And similarly here. Like a so, and then obviously we're going to pop this all the way up here. I'm going to pop this all the way up here. Need to do something with this anyway. I haven't quite decided what yet. It was, how do I put it? It was an interesting idea at the time, but in hindsight probably not as good as it might have been. Yeah, I think that's probably a fair comment. Now, I'm not going to have enough of these to do all of these. I'm going to have to go and grab some more, but let me just get another section or, oops, or two done. Helps if you place them properly. So that definitely gives this more structure anyway. I will get more of these done. I will finish these off, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, those are in. I'm just taking out these glowstone blocks. I don't like them. They add too much light down here. So we're just taking those out, replacing them with bog standard trodden stuff. So that's all of that. That gives us the underside looking pretty good. We need to do that next. I'm going to probably just chisel or hammer, I should say, a whole load of this out, and just to get the darkness going and the water flow, and again I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so just so you can get an idea for this, I've put in the downward slope. I've let the water go. It's going down 2 blocks at a time. This is roughly out of the actual complex now, but I think it should be well below. I think that is well below ground level. Let's have a look. 55, so yeah, we should be below ground level. That could continue on down. I was hoping to hit some caves, but oh well, you can't have it all. Obviously it needs tidying, and obviously bricking up and doing all of that thing, but on the whole, I have to say that I am very happy with that. So I think what we'll do is for our screenshot, we shall try. It's a shame this lights up like this, but there you go. That's the done. So yeah, I'm still not sure about that throne, but some progress made. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.